just wanted to bring to you guys' attention so you can see just how elaborate this scheme is. I talked about earlier about having issues with this spoofer, right? Because this is all this whole scheme is about. It's about the spoofer. And the spoofer job is to block, to send out threat messages, extortion, attempts. We try to get service to our house, like AC unit repaired, right? The person tries to set it up to where it can't be repaired, it needs to be replaced. Stuff like that. Extortion, that's extortion, right? Doing a scheme. But you're using this tool you have, this illegal wiretap. So when I call someone, you already got my message ahead of time, then you scheme with the person, right? You scheme with them. You're not doing anything illegal. You're scheming with them, right? But listen to this right here. So now, I told you about the thing with our HOA board and the management team. So let me just back up here. When we first recognized that the man was riding around in the truck, 431-7375, pretending to be a mail carrier. Like I said, I highly suspect that he's a family member of my old neighbor. But again, I can't reach him. Basically, it's almost like he's been restricted out of my life now at this point. I ask questions, he's been restricted. He can't talk. So only thing I get is from a spoofer who's pretending to talk to me. And the reason I know that because the person is saying language that calling me "what up, G," and me and this guy never had any interaction like that ever before. So I know that's not him, right? He don't talk to me that way, right? So the spoofer is spoofing his phone, like it's spoofing everyone else's phone, right? We have so many people that have came out and admitted that these messages are not their message, right? So what would make anyone else be different, right? But anyway, the guy, when we notified the formal HOA home association management company, right? And this person been here since I've been here. I mean, this subdivision is like, 16, 17 years old. We've been here day one, right? One of the original ones when the subdivision was built. They were still building houses when we moved in here, right? And, we had some issues that was end up turning out to be, in our favor. We put up a fence and a shed, and make a long story short, we had to end up going to court. The court ruled in our favor, okay? Because we had approval to do the things, even though we had some people who really, at that time, it really wasn't even a board, but they was naive. They didn't know any better. They was sending out letters and threats to people and couldn't even do the things they was trying to do, right? And they only learned that after we expressed that to them in the lawsuit. So, but long story short, Cobb kind of ruled in our favor, and that was that. We moved on. At least we thought we had moved on, right? Now, here we are now, years later, after this, right? We go to the board. We contact the management company, and we expressing to them about the man that's delivering mail illegally. We send them videos, pictures, and such and such, such and such. But again, here go the spoofer. The person, I'm pretty sure, haven't received anything because it's been blocked. That person just up and left immediately after some mail that came to our house that's supposed to have been a meeting called for the board to address that issue, right? But the mail came unscanned, and when mail comes, when it have stamps on it, stamps on the mail, claiming it went through a post office and it's been stamped and everything, but it haven't been scanned. then that means it's a fraud. Let's just be real. It's not. The post office can't make mistakes. You can't take a letter to a post office, and then expect the post office to say, without it being a scam, that you received the mail unscanned. Some kind of way, you have to either put it in one of the people's hands at the post office, one of the postal workers' hand, and let them place it in the box, or you put it in the box yourself. But either way it goes, when it comes from that box, it goes through a scanning process. Then it get routed for the person that's delivery is to pick it up, put the mail, and deliver it. But when you get something unscanned, it means that if the person, we got a email back saying the person claiming that they put it in the mail. I mean, they took it to the post office. If you took it to the post office, the only way we can get it back unscanned means that whoever you gave it to, or whatever box you put it in, someone just simply took it out and gave it to this person to deliver to us. That's it. There's no in-betweens. There's no misunderstandings. There's nothing. That's what it means. So, but anyway, shortly after that, this person left. Okay? Bounced. Been here, like I say, 15 years at least. 15, 16 years. Bounced. Immediately. Bounced. Now this other company comes and take over. Again, here we are, dealing with the same issue. This company is not getting our messages. If they were, they are liable. When we get them this information, we're telling them about a house being shot. We're telling them about some of the things even board members have done. Board members have brought people to our house unwanted and admitted that they did it. Admitted that they knew the person, but at first denied it, and then came back and admitted they did know the person, and then shortly after that, our property been shot, right? Okay, you see how we are very touchy about when we dealing. We done had issues with the board before. Now we got board members doing things, riding around our property, just like you see the rest of you people. We got several board members riding around our property for no reason. They can't explain, for no reason at all. Even had a board member call the police on us and lie on us, create a fabricated, well, she wasn't even a board member. Lied and told the police that she was a board member, okay? Lied and told the police that she was a board member. Why would they be doing this? Why? Right? These are people that you live next to. But now I'm going to give you, so now this new company that have took over, we can't seem to get in touch with them because we're being blocked by this person that's going around pretending to be the special agent person. They're blocking and talking to everyone. Everyone we have talked to, most people we have talked to, a lot of people have came out and admitted that they've been spoofed. All these conversations that we've been receiving have been spoofed conversations. They haven't made none of the conversations with us. None. Right? So we know that's a major thing going on, right? Now, this is a video right here. Look at the date. January 29th, 8:50. I'm gonna give you time and events and when this happened. And remind you, this is an incident with another board member that lives right next door to me. Now look at this. At 8:50, we put this video out, I believe on Twitter or whatever. And then we had another video we just put on Facebook where Officer Thompson described the man possibly riding around in a mail truck delivering mail illegally because he was wearing a ID. He said that, yes, definitely the man is doing something wrong because he's wearing an ID, but he don't know if it's they don't regulate post office policies there, right? The Cobb County Police don't regulate the post office, right? So, but the man was riding around in a mail truck delivering mail illegally, wearing the ID of a white male, and he's black, from Gaithersburg, Maryland, right? So we report this to the board, and because we're reporting this to the board, we got this person out here who's stalking us and threatening us because we're telling the board. They don't want the board to know. And they're also blocking our management company from receiving anything that we said. So basically, it's a shell company we're dealing with. Even though we're paying our money out, we're paying for honest service now. And what we're getting in return is a scheme being ran on us because this person have a motive not to allow this mail fraud to be identified. That's why you see cars and trucks day and night ride through our subdivision, because when we think that we reported something to the management company, we didn't report anything. Not one letter have went out to address the issues that we have complained about. Our house being shot. That's a mailman riding around in the subdivision, delivering, touching everyone's mail. This company is liable. Why wouldn't they be liable? You don't warn no one? Come on. They're not warning anyone because they haven't heard anything. You understand the scheme? They haven't heard anything because this person is out here blocking. But we done told board members. In fact, you're going to hear one of the members say, what scheme? As if he don't know. But here we go. At 8:50, when we put this video out, I received a threat just hours later. Now, look at the time of the event. At 8:50, it's almost 9 o'clock now. This when we put this out. This and another video. I'm just going to play part of it and then I'm going to move on. Do I need to pull this out? Hold this. I can't pull this on it. Yeah, we got you, buddy. Got you, buddy. Play with the wrong people.
They
That's
come
the
into
fake
our house for
mailman right there.
years wearing a fake, in the same truck wearing a fake ID.
We got the proof right here, sir. We got it.
Wearing somebody's ID card. Maryland, a white person. Been wearing it and coming and then refusing to identify himself wearing a white person's badge at our house for years.
Okay. So once we reported that, all right? Once we put that video out there, this is what happened next. Now look at the time now. 9:46. That was 8:50. Well, part of the video. This just in time. This is just enough time to get someone prepared to come in our house and do what you see happen. Look at it. It's just Saturday morning. Look at this truck. Okay, so you see even my dog is barking because my dog realized something's weird about that, what this guy just did, right? So even the dog have enough sense to realize that something's going on. This person is coming through, trying to come through the house. How did you? And then here goes this to what happened. My grass on my yard. Say what? I can't hear you. Say what? Why did you pull your truck on my yard, man? Who sent you over here? Huh? Who sent you over here?
I don't know.
Huh?
I just come.
What you over here for? What are you over here for? What are you over here for?
He's up here to paint my house. Take his truck, George.
Yeah.
That's fine, George.
Yeah. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is ridiculous.
What's ridiculous?
This is ridiculous. This whole scheme, man.
What whole scheme?
Oh, you don't know? You don't know, Dan?
What?
You don't know?
George, call the police now.
I don't need to call no police, man.
I'll call him right now tomorrow.
So, you know, immediately the guys left, right? Immediately they left. No one called any police, right? So clearly the neighbor was just full of crap, right? He didn't call anyone, right? And shortly after this, then look at the time. Now, that was, let's go back at his time here. He was here at, get him. That's 9:46. That's 9:49. So he left right around 10-ish, a little after 10. Guess what? As soon as I walk in the house, this is what I receive. I received a threat message sponsored to me. Start protecting yourself with body armor. Direct today. Look at the time. Saturday, January 29th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. Just minutes after this confrontation. Something that, because we posted something, someone didn't like it. Simply because someone didn't like it, I received this threat here. I told you I told you they used this platform to make threats, to harass, try to do extortion, to frame you, all type of things, right? But they use social media. They're very clever with social media and creating fraudulent court orders to get a wiretap, all type of crap this person is doing, right? And all this is because the man who came to our property pretending to be, let's go back to this man here. The man who came to our property pretending, all this is based on this man coming to our property, pretending to be. And here's the letter right here that my neighbor is bringing to our house that's in question about the postal fraud, right? It was unscanned. How did he get it? How did the board? Well, at the time he wasn't a board member, but he was previously a board member. Now he is a board member. Again, how did we get any mail from the board unscanned? And when we try to get this convey this to the board, guess what? It's blocked. Just last night. You see that? It's just an example here. Look at this. 3:39 a.m. That's his vehicle. Do it look like a board? Do it look like the management team is being responsible for taking responsibility for their actions? Look at this. 12:33 a.m. Do it look like it? We made complaints, right? But do you see any action being taken? Is there anyone, we haven't received any letter, anything in the mail. Look at this. (9:19 p.m.) That's when it started. This all the time. But here's the man. The reason that happened that morning was because this man is a fraud. This man came to save the day, to get them out of the postal scheme. He pretended to be a U.S. postal inspector, and he was nothing but no more than a complete thief. And he's come with a gun. He's wearing a weapon. Got a concealed weapon on him. And this is a fake badge. And he's not the person. And he's not a postal inspector. In fact, he worked for the airport. Okay? Let me get out of here. Let me go into something. Give you some. So you see, we're still having problems, issues when it comes to dealing with our board. But right now we're being blocked, so we can't tell you what the management company is saying because we haven't heard from them, right? They haven't heard from us because we're being blocked. We're being blocked, okay, illegally. Now here's the man pretending to be a postal inspector.
What team are you over?
We're over the mail theft.
Mail theft?
Yes.
Mail
theft and external crime.
So are you who are you? Are you a postal inspector?
Yes, sir.
You're a federal postal inspector?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And so we all saw the video where Cobb County identified the guy wearing false ID. Look at what he's saying, why he brought Cobb County with him originally. He duped them into coming to our property. Listen to what he said. This is the reason he gave us why he had them follow him here.
easy to show that I'm legitimate. So that's why they're out here to show my legitimacy.
Yeah, this is a picture.
That's why they're out here to show my legitimacy. I wanted you to know that I'm legitimate. Right? So you can see, as you can see, we're dealing with a lot of issues. And it appeared, like I said, we was years ago involved in a nasty, ugly lawsuit with the board. With the board, we was involved with another thing with the board, and here we are again. It appears that here we are again. We even had the person that pretended to be a member that wasn't a member. When I told them to try to address my what happened to our house being shot, listen to what they said.
Especially if you say you're on the board, then I'm concerned.
I'm not.
I'm very concerned.
I'm not.
Your house haven't been shot at, as far as I know. But I know my house been shot at. A bullet have lodged my property.
And we've submitted it to the board, I don't know how many times, and it sounds like you're not acknowledging it.
Yes.
So, okay.
So you're on the board, so you have received everything. Let me ask you this, you have received everything we submitted.
Send it in writing. We sent it in writing. We've sent it in writing like four. We've sent it in writing. It's been sent in writing to admin, and they said they've contacted the board. So it's been sent in
I'm
writing.
just asking you as a board member, did you receive it? See, you understand what I told you. We pay money to this service.
And turns out that person was not being truthful. They used to be on the board. In fact, they was on the board when our property was shot. But now they're not on the board, right? They was on the board when this was happening. We reported all this. It's like this car, now that SUV is taking the place of what this person is doing. You see where this person come? It's 12:02 a.m. I'm sorry, 3:02 a.m. Then then it's back at 12:59 and whatever. This vehicle doing the exact same thing. So do it look like we're getting any service for our money? Not one letter have went out to not one person. Not we haven't been able to communicate through them because we're being blocked. When we go try to make a report to the OIG and we tried to make it years ago, we tried to make a report to the Department of Insurance, right? So this still happening. Like I told you about the old lawsuit with the board, the old lawsuit we had with this insurance company, State Farm. We're still dealing with the same issues. We tried to make a report to the Department of Insurance. Guess what? We got intercepted by someone who came in, by the attorney that came in and got with these two employees. And one of the employees admitted in deposition that it was a scam. The person impersonated these people. Now we're still dealing with the same issue. So now, when we try to go to when we go try to report anything to the post inspector, OIG, we get impersonated. We try to go to the board and the management, the HOA management company, we get impersonated. Our friends and family, co-workers, neighbors, we get impersonated. Everywhere we go, we've been impersonated. If you're a part of the scheme, go to the authorities. How much longer can this last? You see, Cobb County have already identified these people as frauds. They have to do their job and report this to the government. They have to do their job and report to the government. It's a major scheme that's going on, but it can't go on much longer. Please report what you know to the authorities.